Yeah, just got to Edinburgh. Pretty looking forward to playing at Bulletdodge tonight. First time in Edinburgh, so I'm not quite sure what to expect, but from what I've heard, it's a pretty good crowd, and yeah, we'll just go in there, do our thing, and see what happens, and hopefully people will enjoy it. This summer I've been playing a lot in Ibiza so far for Carl Cox and Space. We've done a couple of parties with the Intech boys, so we've had Jim Rivers over, I've had Elio Riso, we've had Tommy de Klerk, and then I've been doing a set in the main room too with Richie Horton and Carl Cox, which was really nice. Other events, we've done a global gathering that I did earlier this afternoon, which was really cool. We've got the Zurich Street Parade coming up, Dance Valley also. I've been to Croatia for a weekend, so it was good to go back there and see the people in Croatia. And those are just a few of the things that I've been doing throughout July, and then obviously, you know, as more things come throughout August, you know, we'll talk about those then. The parties this year have been really good at the moment. The feedback's been really amazing online, and just in general word of mouth out in Ibiza. At the moment it seems to be that the party is one of the hype parties of the island, and a lot of people are kind of coming to check it out that might not have checked it out before. So, you know, some of that could be down to the lineups, it could be down to just what musically people are after right now. But they've been very, very busy. The atmosphere has always been very, very good. And yeah, you know, can't complain at all. There have been some really good experiences. In terms of influences, there's not really one particular thing that would sway my ear more than others. I might just hear something on the street and that will influence me or give me a thought in my mind about what I might like to make. So in terms of how I produce, I just literally sit down and start with a blank page and then just start doing what comes into my head there and then. So I don't really draw on other people so much. Maybe something from, you know, way back when in the old days, you know, that might give me a little bit of inspiration, but in terms of current electronica, there isn't really anything in particular. Having said that, current artists whose music I'm playing and supporting quite a lot, would have to include people like Carlo Leo, whose tracks I've been playing for about 4 or 5 years now. We're lucky enough to be able to support him on Intech with the release, and we've got one coming up from him in the new year, I hope, too. Very cool guy, very good production, very clean, very solid. Some new producers called Echo Vacchio, who just released some stuff on Cytec and Dubfire. I think they're people to look out for. And for some slightly deeper stuff, there's a guy from Newcastle called Ray Fenwick, who's making some really cool stuff too. Yeah, productions recently have been going really well. You know, it's kind of been a bit of a slow burner for me. Like, I just kind of do what I do and see if people like it, and if they do, great. If they don't, then not to worry, you know, maybe they'll like it later on. In terms of what they're currently doing right now, we've got a new track out on Intech, which is doing great. Unfortunately got to #1 on Beatport, so I was quite chuffed about that. Before that, I had a release on Fergie's Recluse label that did really well. And I just think at the moment that a lot more artists now, DJs, are picking up on me as an individual, because maybe, you know, that's the kind of sound they might be looking for now, because, you know, maybe they're moving away from what they've been doing in the past for the last sort of 4 or 5 years, because it's been quite similar, and hopefully, you know, it means that there's a little shift going on, and if I can keep supplying them with music that they enjoy, then all the better. The next release is coming up is a follow-up on Recluse with Fergie, so there's a couple of tracks there to look out for. There's also the next Etch release, which is a label that I started just to explore slightly different sounds and styles that I've been getting my head into. So we've got those coming up, and then there's also some releases, remix releases coming up for Great Stuff, for Casa Disco and for Frequenza. Yeah, no, things are pretty busy at the moment. In terms of, you know, making radio shows, doing interviews, producing music, making, you know, mixes for promo or to go online, or keeping on top of like social media stuff, and then doing everything that we do involved with the label. It is pretty busy times. We've got Carl Cox's USB album about to come out as well, so things are pretty hectic there, and the main thing is obviously keeping on top of the admin and some of the more sort of boring, mundane side of the things. But I think if you're really dedicated to what you're doing, then I don't think that's really an issue. I don't really have anything else that I do apart from check the football results. So my day and my night is usually taken up with absolutely everything involved in music. And if you've got say 16 to 17 hours in a day to be able to do that, then that's what I do. And so be it. I enjoy what I'm doing, so why not?